There you go. There you go. Hold on one second. There you go. That's better. Welcome to Road Recovery. If you're here, you're here. If you're not, you're not. All right. Road Recovery is a course I designed that no one could go up against me, even if they wanted to. I work with doctors, psychiatrists. So if you want to call in, I'll put a number up there and you can go right up against me. All right. The Road Recovery was designed by me. It's not about addiction. Addiction is in the course. It's about the qualities of life, how much you live, how much you want to live, or do you want to die with depression, anxiety, walking on eggshells, and worrying about things all your life that you don't have to. It's a speed course. The course is designed the 16 weeks you're on the road to recovery. It's never been done. All right. I'm going to fix that there. Creating a course like this is an amazing thing. I call it a gift from God. Now, I'm not saying you don't, that's my views, because it was a gift from God for me. I have all the answers. Okay, from anxiety, depression, bipolar, okay, post traumatic stress disorder, how to get over it, cancer, how to deal with it. See, in my life, nothing can shake me, make me, or break me. For one, I'm not a doctor. I don't have to be one. I don't prescribe drugs. That's the worst thing you take in the world, because it was a drug that is slowly killing me. It's called gadolinium. Gadolinium is contrast that they injected you. It's mercury. So you fools in America better wake up and start following my feeds. If you have kidney problems, gadolinium goes into you. They inject it while they're doing a CT, PT scan, or an MRI. But if you have a bad kidney, when I had kidney cancer, it gets rejected. It goes back to your body as toxic free gadolinium. But when it goes back, it's highly toxic free, which is toxic and deadly. It gets stuck in all your tissues of all your skin, your brain, and attacks your vital organs. At this point, I don't know how much longer I got left on this world, but you know what? I'll keep helping people the day I die, because that's what God wanted me to do. How about that? All right. So we got that down. On my other courses, I told you got to put together a journal. Journals, get a couple notebooks, 3 pens. Wow. Don't have to give you a cookie for that. That's cheap. All right. A course like this, I've talked to my doctors, cancer doctors. This course would run over $400, and I do it for free out of the goodness of my heart, which I might not be doing it too much longer. I've tried to get to you people, but you rather post on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, put up Aussie videos and just retarded shit than get your life back. Social media will destroy your life. So will the news. You'll destroy yourself. Can I ask you a question? And I'll put it plain and simple. How many people wake up in the morning, you're happy? I can barely walk these days, and I'm happy as you can believe. Tell you the truth. I can laugh, I can turn the switch on. Nothing gets me mad. No one can threaten me. No one can bother me. I've taken on 25,000 hits, 400 threats and death threats. All right. Now, if you can do that on social media, I got to ask you a question. Why don't you give me a call right now and go up against me? I dare you. I'll put $1,000 bet. You'll last about 5 minutes with me and you'll fold. You'll crumble like a stone because you ain't got the answers. Okay, let's go on with the course. Today I'm going to talk about depression. All right. Depression is a real killer. Okay. It'll kill you, it'll age you, it'll destroy you. Okay. The problem is you caused it. And if you caused it, you can get rid of it. All right. Most of you people wake up in the morning and say life sucks. Well, why does it suck? It does not suck at all. Life is a great thing. Remember when you were a kid, man, you loved the rain. You could go out in the rain, you could go out in the snow, you could go out and have a great time. But as you got older, between 18 and 24, unless you had a horrible life where you got raped, molested, and all that by maybe a parent, a babysitter, or something, maybe that ruined your life and you never got over it as much as death. All right. See, in life, I'm not afraid of dying. See, if I put my hands around your neck and choke you, you could say all you want, you're afraid of dying, but panic is going to hit you one, two, three. As much as you think if you have cancer, fourth stage cancer, your brain is going to eat into the cancer a lot faster. Try me on it. All right. There's magical things you can do. I can never twirl a drumstick, and I learned it in 3 minutes. If I close my eyes, I can even do it faster. But the magical thing is, put your mind and say you can do it in the other hand. You can put it through different fingers. That's magic. See, I can never do that. I learned to do it in 3 minutes in one hand, 3 minutes in the other. I was only righty. That's a gift from God, right? The way you people think, you couldn't keep up with me because I'll run my mouth so freaking fast that you won't be able to keep up with me. I'll focus. I'll tell you about road recovery and how it will cure you of everything: bipolar, anxiety, depression. Okay, I can run faster. I can keep it going all night long if you want me to, without flinching. All right. See, I train my brain 100%. I split it right down the middle. Then anything I do from hand movements, I'll do the hand movements. Same. Any motion I pray, any motion that I put into my brain and want to do, I will do it. See, most people, they fail. And how do they fail? What is failure? Failure is saying when you can't do it. I flip around, say a Rubik's Cube, and I go, you say I can't do it. You failed in the worst way. See, you got to tell yourself you can do anything in life. See, I figure I'm very sick right now, but I figure I'm going to live probably past 140, and all you people will be dead, and I'll still be helping people because that's what I'm about, helping people. See, most people treat yourself like number one. They were wrong. You're always going to be number two, or else you got an evil heart, a non-caring heart. All right. Number one is about your appearance. Okay. Now, with your appearance, you try to keep it up to the best of your ability. Now, you go to all these doctors and stuff, and they just hand you pills, and you just pop them. Like, God forbid if I said it, you wouldn't take them pills or whatever. For one reason, I'm not a doctor, but the doctor's always right. Well, the doctors with me weren't right. See, there's thousands of what I'm going through right now. They're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Go look it up. MRIs with contrast. But then change it. MRIs with contrast, are they deadly? And then go into, is gadolinium deadly? There is no cure. It's solely through my tissue cells, and I can take it. I've dealt with pain, and I thought it was when I had cancer. And I've overcome these things that nothing can bother me. I was never afraid of dying at all. Now, can you do that? Can you say that and put that in the chat right now? Are you afraid of dying? I really want to know. Are you afraid of dying? Like, could you take your last breath or get your air supply cut off or hit the ground and no one was around and be scared? Nothing scares me at all. See, I don't fear nothing. I have nothing to fear. Biggest guy can come up against me. Not gonna fear it. They're not fast enough. All right. Now, with anxiety and depression, you brought it on yourself. It's called responsibility, like I was saying. Now, with responsibility, you'll start with panic attacks, anxiety attacks, depression, all lead into that until you get into such a state that you destroy yourselves. Usually, probably half of you that follow my feed sit in a room with the shades drawn and dark room and dark colors, and that'll throw you into a world of doom and gloom. And what is doom and gloom? You don't feel like you want to do anything. You just want to stare at a wall and waste your life. Well, see, I live on about 1 to 2 hours of sleep a night, if not, if that. I've gone 14 days without sleep because I trained my mind. I was a flight case maker. I owned 3 businesses that I had to get the tours out. So whatever I had to do, I said I was going to do it, and I did. See, after 7 days of not sleeping, you should be dead. And I'm still telling you the story. Now, it's pretty well a shame that there shouldn't be 100,000 people here that could get cured in 16 weeks and you'd be on the road to recovery and nothing would shake you, make you, or break you. God forbid you wake up in the morning, you lose your keys. You either go ballistic, you raise your heart rate up, you go into a total panic attack, as much as a credit card, as much as your car not starting, or as much as your heart starts beating and you feel like you're going to die. That don't happen to me. If people would listen to me with the road recovery, just because I don't have a degree. Now, if that platinum album I got from the band Live was a degree of a doctorate degree and I have my bachelor's degree, God forbid thousands of people be coming here to get cured. The ones that come here, road recovery over on Facebook was used. But you know what? Most of them people stop watching road recovery and they're the same people that they were. And I'm not directing this at everyone. Road recovery was a course you had to watch for 16 weeks, 3 times a day. Now, that's 3 hours of your life for 16 weeks, man. Wow, that's real hard to do. While you cry, bitch, and complain about how bad your life is, and you get anxiety attacks, depressed, and you can't handle death, especially if a friend, parent, sister, brother dies. All right. Now, what I bring up, I don't bring up names, but you can drag that on forever, man. Say if your mother died at the age of 17, you were 17, 18. You're probably still carrying that on about your mom. Can't do nothing about it. You can't bring her back. And that's not being cruel. See, my dad got murdered at 13. I'll be with my dad one day. And then my mother will pass. She's 87 right now. And I'll be with my whole family. See, when you learn to get over these little obstacles, see the problem with me, the difference between me and you, and I'm not degrading you or ridiculing you. I'm just telling you facts. You put a wall up in front of me, I'll find a way to get over the wall I'll find a way to get under the wall, around it, or through it. And when I get through, there could be sand. I'll crawl through the sand and drink the sand to get to the water. Half of you people wouldn't even know how to survive it. That's the problem. How you doing, Pat? Because you haven't trained your mind. See, people come to these feeds and they just look at it and they think it's all bullshit. They'd rather be posting on Facebook or doing their own. Tell you the truth, this course is more valuable than any other feed I've ever seen on Facebook. Because most of the courses with power courses, you could use this as a power course and a motivational course every day to keep you going. But to get through and go the distance of the full course, go the distance. Once you try it, you might find that your health will get better and you'll feel better and nothing will ever bother you in your whole life, ever. God forbid a plane crash in California happens, you fall apart because you sit there and watch the news, social media, the news that gets you so upset and so uptight because you got great hearts that you feel bad for all them people that died. Can't do nothing about it. So why do you worry about it? Did you know them people on the plane? Yeah, I feel bad for them, sure. Just like a storm. We'll go to Florida, man. We'll go to some hurricane in Florida. Now, they're warning the people, take shelter. But so many people are worried about these albums up here. I can knock them over right now and wouldn't give a shit. That's why I don't. Here. There. Did you see me jump? That was credibility from a band called Live. See, in my life, I don't worship materialistic items like people do. God, cars, 5 cars in a driveway, big house, 2 kitchens, swimming pool, jacuzzi. Wow, does that make you happy? No, it just makes you want to be a show off and show off what you have. But you still don't have your happiness. Your lives with your wife are probably halfway a disastrous area because they fell apart. So usually relationships fall apart after 4 years. You get too comfortable with each other. You never sat there and tried to work it out with your partner. It gets deeper and deeper until it goes into divorce. And it gets to the point that when you fall asleep at night, you roll over on one side of the bed and she's on the other side of the bed. Good night, hon. I love you. Basically, your ass is the fucking bookends to hold the books. God forbid, mom and dad had a big thing with this. Get married to the day you die. Work to the day you die. Well, sometimes I would have worked to the day I died, and I still do work. I sit here and coach you and try to get you better. And if you really listen and follow it, you would find out that I'm telling the truth. There's certain things people can't do. I want you to try this. I was laying in bed and I asked God to show me ventriloquism. Now, how long would it take you to be a ventriloquist, right? I don't know. It took me 2 minutes. I got the answers. I could tell you in a million years that when you had to like or I could tell you, I could say anything I want. Oh, Holy D is such an asshole, you know what I mean? No, I'm not. Yes, you are. Yes, Yoger. Well, Holy D is such an asshole, but he isn't. Now, why did you guys say that? I don't know. I just said that, you did an asshole. Now you try to do that. I want you to learn that in 2 minutes because I said I could do it. That's pretty amazing, right? I could do one better, Pat. Hey, Hetty, how you doing? What the heck you doing? You know something? Things in life aren't really good these days, so I'll tell you something. How do you do with a cigarette hanging out in your mouth? That's really good? Jesus Christ, Hetty. I can do a lot of shit you can't do. Oh my fucking god, that's a real sin. Oh, now Rory Cuddy don't work. Sure it does. No, it don't. Yes, 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 it does. Yeah, now, Patty, that just flipped you out, didn't it? I didn't get to show you that one recently. Maybe I'll knock it over next week. Ah, there you go. Road recovery does work. Like I said, I'm best at it, Pat. If you're going to sit there and I just have ventriloquism, I asked God, I swear to God, I asked God the other night to teach me ventriloquism in 2 minutes, 3 minutes. And all of a sudden it was like this. Well, let me tell you something. I can tell you anything I can run ask like a motherfucker. Holy D. Oh my god, holy D. What an asshole. He is a real asshole, isn't he? Or? Yeah, sure he is. He's just a jerk off. Wow, you know what? I should go to Las Vegas, man. I can make $1 million on this shit. Not about that. It's not about the money. It's about getting people better. Now I'm going to ask all you people. Do you want me to stay and keep doing road recovery and I can get you better from post traumatic stress disorder? There's a girl, Patricia Lewis, who had her head drilled out, who came to me and she was stuttering. She said, Paul, I need help. You know what? Patricia called me 3 days later. I got a phone call from Patricia. Now, nurses and doctors wonder about this. There's a couple of things you can do. I've gotten people off of Xanax, the needle, okay? All prescription medications, anxiety, depression. I've had people move pains, people with prosthetic legs. One girl didn't do anything for 8 years. She listened to me to my course. She was able to hike, camp, kayak, and drive again. There's so many miracles that I put out there, and they're miracles from God. I'm not saying for you to believe in God. I got a firm belief in God that you couldn't even imagine. The belief is He gives me the answers to help you. But people decide not to sit. They'll sit there and they'll sit on their Facebooks all day, and that's not going to get you knowledge. Knowledge is king. 100%. Now, see, if I could get you better from depression and anxiety, you'd be happy. But there's a problem. There's a little secret, see? Instead of sticking pills down your mouth and throat, which these doctors see, the 80s became the pill popping world of depression medication, Xanax. Oh, there was Valium out there. Xanax is the worst detoxing drug in the world. It comes from the benzodiazepam family as much as Valium. But they came up with this drug. Of course, man came up with this drug. It gets stored in your fatty liver cells. See, there's a problem. Xanax, after you take it, you're addicted 5 days after you take Xanax. Did you know that? You probably didn't because you haven't watched my course. The detox factor is it's the worst detox in the world because if you don't detox from Xanax right, you die of a seizure. Okay? Now, what is the order of detox with drugs? You got the benzodiazepine family, and you wouldn't even guess the second one, alcohol. But you know what the problem is? Most people didn't teach other people about one thing. And you know what the one thing was? You only got one liver. You got two kidneys. You can actually function. I had kidney cancer. I didn't even realize this. You can have no kidneys and live on dialysis. I don't know how long. Now, when I got cancer back about 2.5 years ago, everybody said, Paul, don't you have to have radiation? Well, not really. They take your kidney out in 1 hour. It's condensed. That's why I had to take it out so it wouldn't spread. I'm not that stupid. Okay. In life, you got to make choices. Okay. You're either going to be a depressed and a miserable person that's going to worry and walk on eggshells every day of your life, worrying about the credit card missing. Very simple. Look for 5, 10 minutes and then call the credit card company. They'll ship you one out. You lose and you age yourself every second of the day. See, I'm 56, man. And I'm not saying, man, I just got on this feed. I mean, if I did my hair up, whatever, I'll look at Motley Crue. And I'll say this right to you. The whole crew, I'll say to half the bands out there, take a good look at yourself in the mirror. From all the stress, the road to what? The fame, the money, the sun. See, the sun ages you terrible, man. See, most people that work indoors, they don't age as fast. It's a couple different types of ages. At 56, I don't look bad for myself. Okay? From what people say. I used to have low self-esteem. I don't even have that. I'm not afraid of heights no more. I used to have dyslexia. You don't get rid of dyslexia. I don't have dyslexia no more. Now this is a magical course that people turn down. It should have went. I've been up against. I was actually going to go up against Dr. Phil, but he got fired. Oh, too bad. Dr. Phil, you wouldn't have won. You got it all out of books. I don't have one jot note, and I never did in front of me. The words come out of me out of nowhere, and they're totally on the money. Let's go back to this. You were born in this world. Your name was created, man-made by your parents. The Easter Bunny, Christmas, and friggin' Santa Claus, man-made. Now, Patty's in the room, and she's looking right now. If I said, Pat, how you been, Pat? I got married, Paul. If I asked Patty, really? You got married, Pat? Why don't you take your marriage license out of your wallet and show me because man told you to keep it in a drawer, keep your wallet in your license. Man made. Now let's get a kick. I am going to get a kick on God for a second. The election. 2 billion people Democrat, 2 million people Republican. I know I said billion at first. Trust me, I know what I said. We'll go with 2 million Democrat, 2 million Republican. I don't care if it's Obama or Trump putting up the wall. If you lose, you want to kill the other party and the president. You God-given people just broke the 10 Commandments by far. Now, see, God wrote 2 things in stone, the 10 Commandments. He ridiculed Moses for breaking them out of anger. See, the Bible, I know to read the Bible, it's almost like, and I'm not going off the course of anxiety, this applies to it. When you read the Bible, you remember verses upon verses. Were you there when it was written? Because if you look it up on the net, is a hot Bible 100% correct? It was changed 100 years ago. I always knew you had to know Greek, Hebrew, and Aramaic or Arabic. Every Bible reader I mostly know don't know the three languages, so how could you understand the Bible? And I pretty know it because I get the answers. All right. I never read the Bible in my life, and I know more about God than most people. To me, God is around you 24/7. It's going to help you heal yourself. Now, I don't care if you smoke pot with the devil and you want to be here. You better find a drive that'll keep you going 100% to get you well. Because if you look it up, is cancer related to stress or vice versa? Yes. Stress will eat into cancer. The minute you find out, you go to your doctor and he says you got 4th-stage cancer. The minute you flinch, and I hope you know, if you looked at my eyes right now, my eyes haven't blinked yet. Amazing. That's a gift. If you go to the doctor, he says you got 4th-stage cancer. All right, with 4th-stage cancer, you're going to freak. All of a sudden, your mind's going to start eating into your cancer. You're going to die faster. What does the doctor do? Man gives you this thing, chemo, 3% success rate. All right. See, Pat, that's the difference. You say you're deadly afraid of heights. See, I was too, Pat. Not no more. Someone could put a gun in my head and don't even bother me. I always get up, Pat. You got to have that drive in you that you want to survive. I don't understand a lot of the Old Testament, but I'm reading a job. But I asked a friend of mine, who told you about God? A friend of mine said the Bible. Bible to me, these are my views, so don't condemn me or give me a thumbs down on it. The Bible is printed by man with ink. Okay, the prophets, the apostles, whatever. And God forbid I could say, let's go with something really off the hook here. That say if God is talking through me, you won't believe it because all you've seen in is Moses and the 10 Commandments. But you'll believe that movie, and if I ever said it, God forbid you think I'm crazy. Man will destroy man. Man made up all the rules with the Catholic religion, Protestant, Methodist, Southern Baptist fried chicken, if you want to call it, Muslim, Jehovah's Witness. And let's go to the other higher power, satanic. One God, different beliefs according to man. Now, you guys weren't around. If the Bible was changed 100 years ago, I thought it goes way, way back. So I just figured this out. And there was an article that I read about the way you pray to God. And these people, man, social media screwed up your brain so bad you got so blindsided. It was pathetic. Now, see, with my sickness, most people think I'm crazy or off the hook. I want you to go look it up. Go take a test on this. Like I said, go into YouTube, type MRIs with contrast, but then put the word it's going to come up with, gadolinium. Is it deadly? There's no cure. So right now, I am not crying even about this, that there's no cure, and I'm probably not going to make it. So I sit here and help you guys to get over and teach you about that, teach you about anxiety and depression. You should be waking up in the morning and enjoying life. I don't care if there's a thunderstorm outside. Jesus Christ. You guys got to go. You guys got to go to the news, man, to see what the weather's going to be. I found out how the weather's going to be by doing one thing. I look out my door. God forbid the stuff I'm dealing with right now. A tree falls, man. That's a big news on News Center 4, right? But when you have thousands of people dying of what I'm dying from, and I'm not even jolting, that should be the big news. Because if you have a bad kidney and you have contrast, you're going to freak so bad. Because what it's going to do is, if you have a bad kidney, it's going to bounce up the kidney and get in every tissue of your body, your brain, and attack all your vital organs. There's kids dying out there. I'm going to do a feed on my other thing tomorrow. I'm going to blow America a new asshole. And I don't think they're going to come up, and they can't even come up as fast as they can with me with the stuff I'm going to come up with. I'm going to twist the world upside down because I'm ready to fight a battle. Because I run the road recovery, and I told you nothing can shake me, make me, or break me. So start pulling it together, kids. You want to live 40 years longer? You're in your 50s? Or do you want to die in your 60s and 70s of horrible deaths? Let me give you an answer about something. You know what? When you take an aspirin, do you know what's in an aspirin? It's antifreeze. Go look it up. How many cherries from the store do you got to eat to equal the painkiller of an aspirin? It's 20. That's the painkiller in aspirin. What are all the other ingredients? Man made all this stuff up. I want you guys to think about something. 1977 contrast came up, and this goes with road recovery, okay, for one thing. 77 contrast comes up. Did you notice there was no panic attacks? There was no word as fibromyalgia, the unknown pain, because they couldn't find it through my body. See, I got to show you guys something. I told you the test, and it says it right there, for gadolinium by a Dr. Louis Spino. I picked it up. The only thing I got left to show you guys is the levels. And I will find the cure. And when I find it, the only thing I might do is a donation page that's going up because my weight's down to 114 right now. You know, you go get a case of Ensure, you think insurance would cover Ensure to put some weight on you. They don't. So I'm going to put up a fundraiser page. And even if you didn't donate because you think I'm crazy, it's all over the net, thousands of pages about what I'm talking about. You would donate to keep me alive to do this course for you. So you could have a happy life with your family, have a better relationship with your kids. And if you don't follow my feeds, if your kids get in an accident tonight and they got a bad kidney, what do you think, my throat's just like this? You know, this goes out to a man named Steve Torres who said I never had cancer. You don't get cancer out the back. They don't take it out your back. They take it out your front. He made the biggest lie, called me a child pedophile. That didn't bother me at all. I just fought a battle. That wasn't drama. See, all the people, now it's connecting, and now I got this nice little sheet of paper. They're going to find I got more heavy metal in me. It's called mercury. And it's all going to connect to everything. This is a message to you, Steve Torres, from Road to Recovery. If I was you, I would be running. Because when they find out that I'm running out of time and you torment me with your lies, your bullshit. You're a nobody in the music business. You said I got them albums, bought them for $50 off of eBay, but they have my name on them. You're a joke. Full blown. You create an illusion for people of some radio station. Well, listen, my friend, it took you 4 years to get 51,800 listens. Shame you haven't been on in like a month and a half, I heard. God, big radio host. Look like Nikki Sixx. You sell Wish.com shit. Boy, you create an illusion to rip off America. And all the suckers over there that follow you. See, there's a problem out there. I'm far from delusional. You go buy the album these days or Anthrax albums and you'll see my name. What did I do? Photoshop them and you bought them in a store? What the store Photoshop them to? Steve, does this sound familiar? Steve Tars, what are you, crazy? Wink, wink. I played you, Steve. See, now it's not down to one lawyer. My one lawyer in Jersey was taking care of that. Now we're down to 3 because they know I'm sick and they're going to go after you and the rest of them for tormenting someone that helped people and didn't do nothing. They get except get sick and put up a fundraiser that, God forbid, you're warped a minute, mind you, moron, that you were losing money selling your cheap Wish.com. I matched it up with Wish. Same picture, Steve. You're a nobody. You can't outbeat me. I run the road recovery. Call it a fake course. God, man. You're the most delusional person I ever met. So you all got to wake up. I'll keep doing the course. And Pat, that's why I have to do a donation thing, because they're not paying for the tests. They're not paying for nothing. They don't pay for this test. All right. So that's why I got to do another fundraiser. See, Steve, it wasn't you that took down the fundraiser. See, what the lawyers are doing, they're going to go and tell you the truth. You're going to have to show all these how they took down my fundraiser. My 3 Go fundraiser pages are still up, Steve. I thought you had them all taken down. You lied to America. They're still up there. You type in my name, Paul DeVoe, in GoFundMe search. They're still all up there. So you lied, Steve. See, I don't lie. I don't twist the truth because I'm a firm believer in God. I hear these days your wife and you don't believe in God. I love the one you wrote about the president. You call him a neo-Nazi. Trump? Now, I would love people to get on his feet that are Trump supporters. See, I don't get involved with elections. It's going to be the way it is. But you called him. You wrote, and I got the snapshot that you wrote. He initiated all the shootings. You are a deranged lunatic. And I actually like the email you wrote me. You wrote me an email that said, I have post-traumatic stress disorder. I take medication from the VA doctor and I party with the bands. And Steve, isn't it a shame you put up a public video and I had it and you had that right down? I got copies of it, even on Facebook. I got copies of it on my hard drive and it's going to keep going up. You're going to wish you're more dead than alive when I'm done with you. Your brain don't work as fast as me. It'll never work as fast as me. You know what? Yeah, I smoke crack. You put up pictures, they weren't even of me. Didn't even look like me. Social media, what a delusional thing. So try not to let all this stuff, if someone bothers you, write it off. It's just like that jerk off who made up a biggest illusion because everything I told was the truth and it's going to hold up in a court of law. This is going to the news in a couple of weeks. All the gadolinium people, Steve, they got a real hard on you now because their families, they're dying. And you made fun because you never got injected and you never had a bad kidney when you had your MRR. Oh, MIR machine, scary machine, because you never got injected with the contrast. Shame, Steve. If I was you, I'd be going past Canada, past Europe, and find a place out of this area. You just mess with me. My name is Paulie D. And try to control the stress and anxiety, Pat. You can call me after this if you want. All right. Yeah, I know. The doctor ordered you vitamin C. It's about 60, I don't know, 60 million. I don't know. You take it, what, once a week, Pat? Put that up in the chat. Is it once a week you take it? I've been on that. The only thing the sun does for you is sun's good. The vitamin D in sun is good, but not to stay out and fry yourself like a microwave oven. I hope I will find a cure for this. And when I do, I'll be the most popular and richest man on town. Tell you the truth, when I'm done with this, I'll make a wonderful life. Hey, George Bailey, you're the richest man in town. See, it's not about the money with me. It's about always helping people. I live a simple life. I never lied to no one. If you guys have fatigue and you couldn't walk out of nowhere, 1 month after they said you had cancer, you'd be crying like a little bitch. I'm going to get going right now. Pat, give me a call on my house line. I'll talk to you later. Road recovery next time. I just stop by and say hello for one thing and fill you in. Don't let things get to you. Don't let people bother you. And don't think about death so much. And if a parent died, you'll be with your parents one day. You can't bring them back, man. Think of the best memory you ever had with your parents and live with that memory of the happiest memory. Don't talk about it at Christmas. What's that? The talk thing that, oh, I remember when mom had the trek in her throat and she basically couldn't breathe and she died right in front of us. That's great for Christmas. Let me tell you something. My father got murdered in 2013. Someone punched him in the neck and orderly in a hospital. I don't cry about it. You know what? I think I would have rather heard my father stop breathing with a trek in his throat. My father was bound to get his legs cut off anyway. He had diabetes so bad. You don't see me dropping a tear about this shit because you know what? I'll be with my father one day and we'll square up then what happened. But for now, I'm fine. My name is Paulie D, a.k.a. Paul DeVoe. You like that? And stop back at the next Road Recovery. Maybe you might sit here and learn something. And if you sat here for an hour when I do the course, I just stopped by tonight. It would have been course 3 if I did the course ahead of time. I felt like talking. You should spread around your Facebook pages. Spread around Twitter because the next one I'm going on my other page tomorrow. I'm going to blow up America. And by the time I'm done, this shit's going to go viral. What man did to man. They messed with the wrong person down in Newark, New Jersey that is not afraid of nothing at all. I'm going to get some coffee. Pat, give me a call. All right. Hey, you guys have a rocking night, man. Life's a gift. Don't let it slip, man. Don't age yourself. Enjoy your kids. Think about the simple things when you were 18. You know what? See, in life is an illusion. It's a big illusion. And with the illusion, people can put up fake shit and make you believe it. Man blindsided you with the contrast and the gadolinium, and probably many of you have bad kidneys, and you get all these pains all over, and you don't know where they're coming to, and they're still dumping more pills on you. When are you going to all wake up and start following me and start following my feeds? Or would you rather just sit around, watch some guy joking around when this is a real deal? There's kids that are dying out there. There's people that are dying. And that's why I do the road recovery. Because I know I can get them people better. It keeps them alive a lot longer. Trust me. Hey, my name is Paulie D. You have a great night. I'll talk to you later. Pat, give me a call on my house phone. All right. I'll talk to you later. All right. Bye bye. And have a great night. I'll see you at road recovery probably tomorrow night. I'll probably do one. See how I feel. I have my up and downs days. It's hard for me to walk. It's hard for me to get to the bedroom. And the next step is a wheelchair. So I can deal with that. I've been in one twice. I've been paralyzed twice. Come back now, here.